The rivalry game in the NFC East Sunday as the Commanders visit the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is 6-0 in his career as a starter at home versus the Commanders, who are coming off a tough loss to the Chicago Bears on Monday night. Prescott is on fire to start the season, ranking third in total QBR, second in passing touchdowns, while completing 72% of his passes. Good for fourth in the league. Jayden Daniels will be playing in his third game since missing 2 with a knee injury. He has yet to find his Offensive Rookie of the Year form from last season, ranking in the bottom half of the league in most categories. Right here back on First Take. Dan, let's start with you. Who has the edge in this game, Dak Prescott or Jayden Daniels?
Jayden Daniels, you're going against the Cowboys defense. This Cowboys defense is a very poor unit.
Did you just insult the Commanders defense? Did you just say, look at how their defense is playing? Did you just say that?
I did. They give up 13 yards per completion, the Commanders defense.
All right.
That's outrageous in the NFL.
Okay.
I'm not sitting here telling you that's a good unit either. I think that's a unit that's going to keep this team out of the playoffs and being in a playoff contention football team. But who has the advantage in this game is Jayden Daniels. Every quarterback that has played against Dallas defensively has had a fantastic game. So this is so much more about who Jayden has to go against. Washington, while being bad, at least has moments when they've been good. Jayden Daniels has played very well this year. Even without Terry McLaurin, I thought he played very well the other night. He obviously has a good connection still with Zach Ertz. Debo's been very good. Their offensive line can run the football. He made one poor decision in the red zone and forced the interception. But this is a very simple thing. Any quarterback going against the Cowboys defense has the advantage.
You do know that CeeDee Lamb is expected to return this Sunday, right?
Yeah.
You knew that. So you're saying this even though you know that CeeDee Lamb's coming back.
This has everything to do with the Cowboys defense.
Got it. RC?
Yeah, I mean, whoever got to go first was going to say the same thing here. Like, this is about the Dallas Cowboys on defense. You go to Bryce Young, you go to Caleb Williams. Hell, Caleb Williams, this is what got him started on the right track this season. And now they've won 3 games in a row. When you watch Jayden Daniels and you go back to the Chargers game, his connection with Debo Samuel, his will, his energy late in that game, and still his ability, even coming off of the knee injury, to use his running skills to create first down, to create extra plays against a team that already has difficulty putting pressure on the passer and also can't stop the run. And so now Bill Krosky-Merritt is going to be able to get things going. And now the play action game opens up. Now the zone read game opens up. And also you look at this Washington offense, like Luke McCaffrey is coming along. Zach Ertz is making plays in the red zone. And if not for the turnovers, 2 fumbles, one by Krosky-Merritt, one by Jayden Daniels, and obviously the red zone interception last week against the Chicago Bears isn't close. I expect Jayden Daniels to have a day and rebound from what we saw Monday night.
I'm wondering, do y'all take into consideration 2 things? Number one, he missed 2 games with a knee injury. We're talking about Jayden Daniels here, right? So as a result of that, he might not be looking to be as mobile as we're accustomed to seeing him, because obviously that's something that'll put you in danger, number one. And number 2, is McLaurin, Noah Brown, are they expected to be back?
Neither. I think they just put Noah Brown. I want to say they put Noah Brown on IR or something. McLaurin.
So what I'm saying to y'all is this. Y'all picking Jayden Daniels because he's going up against the Dallas Cowboys defense, but he's not 100% healthy, even though he's out on the field. And on top of it all, his 2 primary weapons at the receiver spot are going to be out, and CeeDee Lamb is returning. Y'all still sure that y'all want to stay with that pick right now, with that selection? Are you still sure about that?
Well, this is why the question really is a flawed question.
Hey, don't give me no flawed question. Don't blame the producers. Don't blame the producers. So, okay, you knew what the question was, and you still came up with that answer.
No,
Own it.
I'm not changing my answer at all. The question really is who's got more pressure to ball out on Sunday. Because both these dudes are going to play good.
So we didn't use your language. We didn't say ball out. So because of that, the question lacks the level of substance that you want.
Pressure's the word.
What? Let me ask you a question.
Pressure.
Yeah. RC's right. Let me ask you a question.
All right,
Honest
pivot.
question
Let's pivot to pressure.
Honest question here.
Let's pivot to pressure. Let's pivot to pressure.
Does anybody out of the group of 3 think Dallas is a real playoff contending football team?
No.
Okay. Do you think Washington is?
I think they can be.
There you go.
I think they can be, but again, I'm bringing up the fact that their 2 primary wide receivers are going to be out. Their quarterback is not 100%, and CeeDee Lamb is returning. So I'm comparing Jayden Daniels' potential performance to that of Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott is playing like a league MVP and balling out and has been doing so, even with CeeDee Lamb out, my God, considering the way George Pickens has been looking, what if CeeDee Lamb comes back and he's ready to roll looking good and Pickens is still rolling? Do we recognize that the Cowboys could put up 40 again?
Okay, if the Cowboys put up 40 and win, they're 3-3-1. I don't really believe anybody's going to sit here and say they're a playoff contending football team still.
The question was not about them being a playoff contending team. The question was, who has the edge, Dak Prescott or Jayden Daniels for this one game? Go ahead, RC.
Mr. Stephen A., Mr. Stephen A., what we're doing here is having a fluid show, and we're evolving within the question, because the thing we should be talking about is headed into this season, Jayden Daniels was one of these guys we had outside of the big four and Matthew Stafford. Jayden Daniels was supposed to be taking that next step and becoming a top tier quarterback, along with bringing his team that went to the NFC Championship last year back to those same heights. As of now, it doesn't feel like that with the Washington Commanders. Part of that is defense. Part of that is injuries. If he doesn't come in and play extremely well, not just well, extremely well against this Cowboys defense, if they don't figure out a way to get a win against the Cowboys team, then I agree with Dan. No matter if they win this game or not, no matter how they play, how well, how bad, we don't see as a championship contender. We have to start speaking about Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders differently. I think that's the big question about what we'll get in this game.
I am about to have a heart attack. Dan Orlovsky and Ryan Clark got the producers to actually change the bar and change the question. They've edited the show over my authority. You know what we're doing?
Maybe we need another.
We're moving on to baseball. We're moving on to baseball. Get out of here. Get out of here right now. That's what we're doing. We're moving on to baseball. How dare you do such a thing? Okay, to baseball we go. The Toronto Blue Jays slugged their way to a 13-4 win in Seattle last night, cutting the Mariners' ALCS lead to 2-1. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 4 for 4 in the win, hitting 2 doubles in one of the Blue Jays' 5 home runs. The Jays are now plus 200 to come back and win the series after being at plus 400 entering Game 3. The one and only Jessica Mendoza joins us now. Jessica, welcome to the show. Always good to see you. Let's get right to it right now, okay? When we're talking about the Blue Jays, slugging, a bad sign for the Seattle Mariners? Is it a bad sign for them now?
It's definitely a bad sign when the Toronto Blue Jays wake up, because we saw what they did to your New York Yankees. No offense, but I mean, come on. The Blue Jays showed up with the bats. Vlad Guerrero Jr. just speaking about 1,400 OPS.
Right.
He lit up your Yankees, but he was 0 for 7 in games 1 and 2. 4 for 4, you just mentioned it. In this game, these are not the bats you want to get cooking. And now Castillo versus Scherzer in Game 4. I don't care if you're in Seattle, Toronto. Those bats are awake. You're nervous if you're in Seattle.
So you're thinking it's more of they've awakened as opposed to it being, okay, they showed up for one game. They got out of the doldrums, but Seattle and this pitching could ultimately shut them down. You're not thinking about that at all. You're thinking that the Blue Jays that we saw last night, to some degree, that's what we should expect to see moving forward.
I'm thinking we're going to see a whole lot of offense on both sides. Like, screw all this pitching. We talk pitching all the time. I want to see bats. And when you're talking about the Mariners and the Blue Jays, we've seen Julio, the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, Jorge Polanco. Like, we can talk about what Seattle can do, too. What I don't want to talk about is how the pitching is going to keep on going, because I disagree. I think in Game 4, we are going to see the bats, both sides,
I was
come to
getting ready
play.
to ask you that question. Where the hell was Seattle's bats last night?
Well, you got to give a huge credit to Toronto and how they pitched them, how they were able to attack, getting them to chase a lot outside the zone. And when you put up a 14 spot, by the way, they scored a whole lot of runs in the 5th inning. And at that point, when you're offensively, now you get more aggressive. Now you're trying to swing out of the zone and try to hit a 14-run home run to catch up to this team.
And that's what I was going. I'm sitting there like, what are you doing chasing so much for?